Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. This here is my Monty Moose, who was paying attention to the camera a second ago and has now stopped. Welcome to Crazy Snake Lady's channel. I'm going to go through and show you guys my snakes today. I do have a lot of other animals. I've got tarantulas over here, I do have snails as well, but I thought it'd be easier if I just started off with the snakes, as I do have 8 of them now. This is Mont. He is a wild type royal python, ball python, depends where you're from, it depends what you call him. He's about 4 years old now. I've had him coming up 3 years, it'll be 4 years in December. He turns 4 in June, I believe. He is amazing. My friendliest snake by far, and he's a bit of a baby, to be perfectly honest with you. But he's making this really hard. They do say don't work with kids or animals. I chose animals, but hey. I'm going to go through and show you all of them bit by bit. I unfortunately cannot get my female python out today because she is in shed quite deep and she does get quite grumpy, so I'm going to leave her to it. But I will put a clip in of her feeding. Mont, you're not very good at holding on, are you? Because I've got quite a good video of her feeding a couple of weeks ago that I will put in to show you guys. She is a nearly 4-year-old spider python. Luckily, she doesn't suffer with the neurological issue that a lot of them do. Hey, baby. Hello. Because a lot of them do suffer with something called a wobble, where they lose their balance. She is lucky and doesn't. That's her tank right there. She's got a nice big setup, but she's currently hiding in there somewhere. She is not a happy bunny, bless her. But hopefully within a couple of weeks I can get her out and show you guys. She is a big girl, knocking about 5 foot now and about 2 kilos. In a second I'm going to show you guys the corn snakes. I've got 4 of them in total now. All of my corn snakes are rescues. I'm going to put Mont back, and then I will start off with Milky, my big boy, who is about 11 years old now. And he is a big boy. So let me put Mont back and then I'll grab Milky for you guys. Right guys, this is Milky Moose. He's going to be a bit harder to film because he does fidget, and I am being stared at by Mont because I put him back. He's now sulking a little bit. What are you doing? Yeah, so Milky is about an 11-year-old male corn snake. He is a snow corn, so he lacks almost all pigment and his eyes are red, but he is going into shed right now, so they're just starting to go white. Milky has had some health issues over the last few years, which I'm going to go into in more detail at some point, but I'm not going to right now. I've had Milky coming up 2 years. He was given to me by a gentleman who just didn't have time for him anymore. He was brought as a baby for his children, and his children just lost interest in him, so I took him on quite happily. He has an amazing personality. It's not the easiest of snakes to handle though, as he is a large male. He is about 5 foot. He has been on a diet for the last year, as he was slightly overfed when I got him and was quite bulky, but he is a lot better now. Oh, and we're slipping, bless him. But he's a lovely boy, aren't you? You're lovely. Look, there's the camera. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Right, let me pop him back for a second, and then I will grab one of my girls. So I've got 2 female corn snakes, Ruby and Maggie. I will grab Maggie first because she's a little bit easier than Ruby. Ruby's a bit crazy. But I'll be back with you in 2 seconds, guys. Alright, here's my girl Maggie. She is not going to be the easiest one to film because she doesn't sit still like most corn snakes don't. But anyway, Maggie is about 3 years old now. I've had her coming up 2 years. She is a rescue. She was put up to be given to somebody, as she was known to be notoriously aggressive at 1.5 years old. That was due to the fact that, hello, she was bred way too young, and her setup in her old place was completely wrong. Within 2 weeks of me having her, she settled down and she is now a beautiful girl, and she will be bred hopefully at the end of this year, depending on how my new male is, who I've just rescued, and I'm being nosed at by Mont as well. I love it. But yeah, Ruby Roo she is a wild type corn snake, I believe. There is also a question whether she is what's called an Oakletes corn snake because of the black saddling she's got on the red. But I'm not 100% sure, and I'm not overly bothered. She's a lovely snake. She's beautiful. Hopefully to produce some lovely babies from her either this year or next. Fingers crossed. And let me put her back, and then I will grab Ruby, which is my albino corn snake. She's gorgeous. 2 secs. Alright, here's little Rube. This was my sister's corn snake, but my sister has gone to university, very, very proud of her, to do history, and couldn't take Rubes with her, so I now have the joys of this little rat bag. She is an albino corn snake, so she lacks all black pigment. She is an escape artist, so she's been in the family since she was a baby. She then did escape for 9 months and was found in the neighbour's garden. But luckily we got her back. She is slightly smaller for her age, but that is due to her being out for a while. She is beautifully healthy now. My sister did a great job once she got her back of getting her back to health. She's lovely and friendly. She is a bit jumpy around her head, but a lot of corn snakes are. She will hopefully be bred with my new boy Ralph as well, as you can breed a male corn snake with multiple females. So hopefully get some beautiful babies out of her as well. But I might leave her till next year just to get a little bit more size on her. She's got a nice girth on her, but she's not overly long compared to Maggie. So I might give her another year just to be on the safe side with her. And then we'll probably breed her the following year, which will be nice to get some babies out of her as well, which my sister's looking forward to. One more corn snake to go, guys. I've got to go upstairs to get Ralph, as Ralph is in quarantine, as I've only had him 2 weeks. So I will be filming upstairs with him because I don't want to bring him down, as due to, especially because of Milky's age, because he's 11 now, he's slowing down quite a lot. So I don't want to risk bringing anything down with all my other guys. He'll be up there for about a month or so, and then I'll bring him down and he'll be built into the racking system that will be built here in the next month or so. So bear with me while I change to going upstairs, and I will sort Ralph out and I'll be back with you guys. Right, so I am upstairs with Ralph. This is Ralph. He is my anathoristic corn snake. Sorry about the sun up here, guys. It's not best, but I'm not going to be up here too long because I've only had Ralph a few weeks, so we're still letting him settle in. I'm going to do a video hopefully soon on how I found Ralph and the conditions he was in, and just sort of a bit about his health and how we've got him back up a bit. He is feeding. He hasn't missed a meal since we've got him. He was very dehydrated when we first got him, hence why he has 2 water bottles in his tank at the moment. Oh, sorry, that's a bit of a horrible footage. But, yeah, so he's got 2 at the moment, just so I can keep him nice and hydrated. This isn't going to be his end tank because I don't like it, so he is getting a new tank when he goes downstairs. He is a gorgeous boy, though. Anyway, I'm going to go back downstairs and show you my last 2 snakes. I'll be back in just a second. Let me put him back and set his tank back up because I had to take it apart to get him out. The joys of snakes. Back in a sec, guys. Right, this has to be one of the cutest snakes I own. This is my Western hognose titch. He is coming up for 2 years old now. He's lovely. He is only dinky though. He is a male, so he is going to stay relatively small. He probably maxed out about 2 foot. I did buy him. He's not a rescue. He's one of my dream snakes, so I thought, why not? I got my bonus and treated myself to this little boy. I've had him coming up 1.5 years now. He is a fussy eater, but most hognoses unfortunately are, especially males once they hit maturity, which he is about to. I will be looking for a female for him at some point, because I am interested in breeding hognoses. I think they are beautiful little snakes, and they've got such the cutest little personalities. He is a little bit what I call cage defensive. He didn't settle very well when I moved last time. I've just moved again, and he settled a lot better this time round. So I'm hoping in the next month or so he will settle down completely, because he does have a tendency to hiss at me. He will sort of bluff strike at me if I try and get him out, but once he's out he is absolutely fine. He's a darling. He's just a bit like, that's my house and don't take me out. but he is lovely. I'll pop him back, and then I'm going to show you my last snake, Kush. He is lovely. He's my little house snake. He's a little gem. That is Titch's set up behind. I can pop him back at the same time, actually. Here you go, little man. I love his setup. I've got loads of plants in there for him to hide. They are a burrowing snake, so he has got about 2 inches of bedding in there. It does make finding him a little bit difficult, but I don't do their setups for my preference. I do it for them. He loves it. He's a very happy little hognose, and off he goes. And to be perfectly honest, I probably won't see him again for a couple of days, because he just hides, but he's lush and I love him. Right, let me grab Kush, as he's a little bit of a handful to say the least, but he is amazing. I love him. And I'll about you guys in 2 seconds. And last but not least is my little Kush. He is a African house snake. He's about 6.5 years old now. He's a male, so he's fully grown. He will not get much bigger than this. He is a notoriously fussy eater. He will go off of food quite happily for months on end, but he always has. He was given to me by a friend of mine who was moving house and just didn't have room for him anymore. Hey, baby. But didn't want to not be able to see him anymore and wanted to make sure he had the proper care. He is a gorgeous little boy. The iridescence on him is incredible. I do want to think about breeding him, just because he's showing a lot of signs that he wants to breed. So I will look into getting a female for him. They are a great snake as well. They stay relatively small. They're a colubrate species. His setup's really simple. It's only small. He's been in that tank his entire life. A lot of people prefer under tank heating for these guys, but because he's always had a heat lamp for the 6.5 years that he's been alive, I didn't want to change it, because he's happy, he's healthy. Hey, baby. Do you want to get back? So I leave it. He is quite food responsive, and so you wiggle your finger in front of him, he's in his tank, he will think it's food, whereas a lot of my other snakes won't. But he's got a lot better with his age. He is lovely, and he's one of my more curious snakes. At night he's more out than the other guys. But yeah, that's all my snakes, guys. This is my setup behind you. I'm gonna show you in a bit more detail once it's set up properly. I only moved here about a month ago now, so it was a case of let's get the animals in, get them set up, get them settled. I will be building it up, and it'll have all the lights put in. It's going to look incredible once it's finished. Probably next week I will do a video on my tarantulas. I have got 5 at the moment. And then I'll also do a small video on my giant African land snails. I have about 140 at the moment, and they keep breeding, and they haven't stopped. So any of you guys interested in giant African land snails, do let me know. I will be selling them at some point. My babies are nearly ready to go. And I hope you guys have a lovely day. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and keep posted for more. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook, Crazy Snake Lady everywhere. Because hey, I am a crazy snake lady. It's what I am. Have a beautiful day and be kind to somebody. Have an amazing day, guys. Bye.